Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to look at the current state of my day 18 free-to-play account. We're going to check the resources, the Trescence facility, origin orb, all the different systems, and we're going to focus especially on making 5 teams. Because I think right about this time, a lot of people should be reaching floor 101, at least the ones that started last update. If they've been following what I recommended in the previous videos, they should already be around floor 101. So we now need to deploy 5 teams. Is not the easiest thing, so I think it's really important to cover it in a video. I already added the teams on my Discord and also on the beginner guide. We're going to look at that in a second. First, let's just go through quickly the account to see what it has and stuff like that, and also what my plans are for the next updates. So for the actual bag, I don't have a lot of purple tickets. I've not been spending them for the past couple of days. I don't know how much I want to save because I'm not expecting an XSR Plus anytime soon. Could happen in January for sure. It's not gonna happen in December. So there is a bit of time to stack up those tickets. I don't particularly need any SSR unit. I already have the ones I need. But if you don't, I would recommend you guys get them, especially Reflejo as an example. So that's fine. Then we have a lot of Tree Essence materials. Still not enough to significantly improve my Tree Essence. So for now, I will leave them there. I still have some keys. I'm not really farming any set because I'm mostly using +0 sets, as you know. I had to improve a few now that I've reached floor 101, but we're going to cover all that in detail as we go through the teammates. For black market tickets, after I kind of shafted on loose leg, but then I was lucky and I only ended up using 1500 tickets. I already have 363. I just got to 350 in the origin trials. So starting from tomorrow, I'm going to get a lot of tickets from that. Super happy. I think there are going to be no issues in maxing Tiara, and that's what I plan on doing. So Tiara, as soon as she comes out, I will definitely max her out. Obviously, I will first make sure that she's a relevant unit, but the last release is never disappointed, so I'm pretty confident. And if she's good, I will definitely max her out. For Bam, I'm sure I can max him as well if I wanted to. I need to double check if he's only a bossing unit or not, because if he's only bossing, I will skip him, unfortunately, but I will. I don't care. Like, bossing is really irrelevant in this game, so I don't care at all. I want to build an account that is strong for adventure. So Bam is going to be skipped if it's just a bossing unit. For the other things, there is nothing really major. For the books, I'm trying to get them from the exchange shop in the labyrinth so that I can proceed a bit more in the origin orb, at least get to the first half completed for all the elements. Right now, only yellow has that. I would say purple is very close, and blue is the one I'm working on next. So that's kind of how it is. In terms of boxes, still the same, only 1 SSR chest and 3 SSR Plus chests. The rest doesn't matter, I open them as I need. I never touch the Link XP, I don't care about Link levels, it's really not an issue, so I want them to gain value over time as I push. For gifts, doesn't matter as well, I still have not finished the ones that were given for free during the special guide mission, so that's okay, really doesn't matter. Now, let's first look at the Trescence facility, because I saw a lot of people getting to like floor 71 and then being stuck. But every time I asked about the Trescence facility, they all had a garbage one. It is extremely important, guys. You definitely want to work on this. You don't need like exceptional stats. You don't need 70 plus swiftness. You don't need the 80 swiftness that some people will show you because they've been long-time players. They are mostly like people that spend, so they do care about that stuff. Really just get up like upwards of 60. If you are 60, 62, 63, 64, you are good to go. You don't need to do anything more, and then you can start saving up, because min-maxing is something for later, you don't need it. But bare minimum get to 60. Like 60 is really key. Like it's a good number, is a good like way to know if your Trescence is on point or not, because that just means every single node with 2.5 pretty much, more or less. So yeah, these are mine. I also focused a bit on accuracy because otherwise I would be at an accuracy deficit. The dexterity one is my like worst 3 essence. Maybe I could spend a bit on it, but for strength and intelligence, I'm quite happy. So these are the stats. Make sure to pay attention to this because this is crucial. A lot of teams will not work. Literally, they will start the fight and die, period. So you do need the swiftness. That is more important than gaining 300 links. That is super important. So guys, don't ignore it. It's super important. Do it. For the origin orb, I already mentioned it, but I just got to the same state as the previous one that I showed you, at least for yellow. I'm still waiting for the temporary suspension before I actually invest a bit more. So I stopped there. For purple, I go to the plus 10. For red, not really that close, but like 9 books left, so it's okay. Then we have blue, that is also a similar state. I need 8 more than the ones I have now. And then green is really behind, but green doesn't need it too much, even though I have a green DPS. I will work on it as well. It will take some time. And that's all. Let me see. So the Shinsu Blessing is now plus 2, but we don't really care about that. Astrolabe is still only XP. The other ones I didn't even bother to level, even though I have some, but I will wait for this one to take it to the max level, and the other two can really, I don't care about them. For links, I will say it again, I already said it, always have one link 20 levels above or close to it. Like in this case, I'm 19 above, doesn't matter, it's still fine. So always, always, always have that. Then let me see if there is anything else worth mentioning. For the floating ship is mainly luck, so it's up to you. I got 2 SSR Plus ships, and I'm quite happy about it. I even got the Tempest Hawk that I don't have on my main account. It won't really change much. It's like minus 20 against blue, which is decent. The plus 4 for green, kind of garbage. But yeah, you don't need them too much. Especially early on, I use them to maybe make linking the right units a bit easier. But that's about it. Then for other things here, well, okay, obviously always remember to do the minigame at least once a week for the score, so that you get the 4 normal tickets and 3 black market tickets. It's not much, but I mean, we're trying to get as many as we can. For the mock battle facility, doesn't matter. Conquest mode doesn't matter too much. Just do it every now and then manually, and then you can auto clear it. For the trial, as I mentioned, I'm already 350 in all of them, and I just got to 400 in these 3 today. Tomorrow, yellow and purple will also get to 400, and these ones will go up to by 20. So that's how it's going to be. Now they give every 5 stages 1 black market ticket, and that's really not a huge amount. It's like 60 per week if you do them every day, which you should. And then once we get to 600, we're going to get 180 per week. That is really a huge amount, really helpful. So remember to do them, super important. Everything else, not too crucial. Guardian test we already covered in a previous video, I'm not going to bother. So that's it for the overall state and some crucial things to consider. I don't know if it makes sense to maybe talk about some packs or some other events. There is really not much to say. Yeah, now we have the happy birthday event. So we have also, where is it? The table, is it here? Yeah. So here, I don't like it too much that we need 5 of these birthday cards to get the 100 secret recruitment tickets. I'm not sure everybody can get them. Definitely don't even bother with this. You have to get 1 of each so that you can unlock these 10 black market tickets. Fine. And the title, not even too important. But yeah, the most important item is this one. So even when you go for the exchange shop here, always go for these birthday cards. Do the exchange, I would say, on the last day, just to make sure that you don't overkill it. But yeah, definitely most important item to trade. This one, not that important early on, especially if we are not investing in the ignition weapons. So that's about it. Let's focus on the units I'm running and the teams I'm running. And yeah, probably it's better if we directly look at them in the adventure menu. We will try to clear some floors as well. No, sorry, not floors. Obviously that would take too much, but some stages for sure. I would say 102, 12, potentially 102.16. I know some people ask for me to clear more stages. We'll see. I hope we can kind of get stuck so that I can show you how I approach when I struggle in a fight. But like clearing too many will be extremely time consuming. I will try, but it will be time consuming. So let's look at the teams I have. Then we're going to look at the like ignition weapons they're running, the stats they have, stuff like that, just as a reference. Before we do that, I wanted to mention that I keep on updating every day the values here in the progression sort of part of the guide. And here for day 17 to 20, I just kind of group them up so you can have more time to decide which way you want to progress. And I said kind of getting to floor 101, hard mode 71, which I'm not close to. I think I'm like 57. I need to push a bit more, so I will focus on that in these days. And then we have Trial of Chaos 1200. This is really not important at all because you're not getting any like overtime value out of it. It's just a one-time reward. You can clear it any time you want. So you could also leave it there as sort of an emergency suspendium source. That's what I'm currently doing. I'm like on 1005, and I think my links are even higher than the enemies. So it's really just there so that whenever I need some suspendium, I can clear it and I will get it. That's pretty much it. Then I added the link levels, some of the units, nothing much. So yeah, this is just a generic reference. Then we have the second part that is for people that started on loose-leg release. And also for this, I already made like the first 4 days, even though we're on day 3, I believe. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's already day 4, I believe. So yeah, this is kind of the state you should be in at the moment. I will try to follow more or less the progress of the previous one, but taking into account that you do not start with Urek, but with loose-leg instead, and that you cannot max Urek normally. So I would say I will average it out to red, even though some people might get orange or even rainbow or even max, but that would be super lucky. And some people might end up with purple, but that's kind of low. That's kind of unlikely. So yeah, that's kind of the logic for this progression. It will be, I think, a bit slower. So we'll try to like not make it as fast as the previous one because it's obviously like you don't have access to Rainbow 5 Urek. That's going to be a major issue at certain points. But for the very beginning, you should be fine. The peaks here have not like touched, is all as it was. I think it's fairly okay. And what else? Then we have the team building basics section. The first teams I've not touched. Obviously, I just added the 5 teams. Here we also have some notes about the dupes of the units and the ignition weapons that they should be running. As you can see, we have a lot more units than before, and some even got some interesting changes. And like, let's go team by team instead of looking at what I posted here, but you have a very, I would say, quick recap here in the guide so that you can see at a glance what you should be running on the unit or what I recommend to run, obviously. You can do whatever you want. These are just the things I am running. So we're going to see the first team here is the Hugo team. To be honest, is like the most inconsistent team out of all the ones I used. I would also say that Anna is on Doris, which means she's going to give a shield to units in the backline, and she's going to provide swiftness. Ideally, in a normal world, you would want Anna to be in the front line and the shield to go to Sharon. So the shield keeps on breaking, the enemy keeps on keep on losing the energy. The issue is that Anna dies anyway, literally. Like if I place her in the front or in the back, she dies. So not too reliable, not going to be refreshed, so it doesn't matter if she's in the front and back. But ideally, if Anna were to survive, she'd be better off in the front line. So that's just a quick note. But everyone here, except for Anna and Hugo, is running Barry. So we have a Barry on Orkney. You could potentially run something else, but for now, I don't feel the need to. We have a Barry on Bam, and we have a Barry on Sharon. As you can see, no upgrades, not even 5 pieces, just 4. Perfect. Then we have Hugo. I moved her to Rafflesia from L Because at this point she was having like decent amount of swiftness. We also start with the extra swiftness from Doris. So I was like, okay, I can afford to go Rafflesia. I also noticed she was getting stunned quite too frequently, so she couldn't really chain active skills and special moves as well. And I was like, okay, good, it's time to move to Rafflesia. It was a decent change, but still, she loses every now and then. It's normal. There isn't much we can do at the moment. So we just have to wait for our count to be a bit better overall. And for now, we just have to retry like 2-3 times at most. So that's okay. In terms of stats, I just focus on slot 4 with the effect resistance, and that's it. Then if I got some physical pierce every now and then, I was happy with it, but it's not crucial. We see that my swiftness is a bit lower than I would like. I would like to have 120 base, but that's going to require a very good dressing facility, which I don't have. So for now, I'm fine with it, and Doris is going to provide more value. You could even run Doris on her if you feel like you don't need the extra protection from the status effects. I prefer to run Raffles at the moment, so that's what I'm doing. But you could potentially do that. Then we have Anna with Doris, and that's it. She's going to give the barrier, swiftness, and energy decrease. So that's a really good addition. I also gave this team the better ship, so I gave them the SSR plus physical pierce ship. Nothing major because I also don't have any limit breaks on it, so it's just some sort of garbage. Then we have Urek team. This one also trolls here and there. I had to change the ignition weapon that Urek was running. As you can see before, I was running Barry, and that is fine. You can always run Barry. But since this guy is maxed out, the deficit is around 300. He has 600% stat increase on the passive. I was like, okay, let me just add Sela on him. And I also went for obviously magic resistance and physical resistance, and I tried to get some decent rolls of those stats. At least magic resistance is the most important one. You want it as high as you can. And we have 85% magic resistance. I would like to have 87, to be honest, because then you get a plus 12% for every surviving enemy, which means, well, obviously, as soon as you start, you have a shit ton of it. When there is only one enemy left, you would have 99% if you start with 87. With 85.75, obviously I wouldn't, but it's still a decent amount. That would still be 97.75, so it's acceptable. And for this one, there is a plus 80% that is basically up all the time, so that's okay. Even though I didn't really invest in max cooldown reduction, so probably it's not up all the time, but doesn't matter. For Revolution subnodes, no investment on this unit. I did invest a bit on Yugo because she was starting to troll, so I gave her, I think, attack, crit rate, and crit damage. And that should be it. Maybe also a bit of accuracy because she was low at the beginning, but now I wouldn't need it. So yeah, that's kind of the thing here for Urek, so I gave him Sela. For that reason, you can still run Barry, no problem, but I just couldn't stand him just dying every now and then randomly. I was like, no, Urek, you cannot die at 300 deficit, so I gave him this kind of setup. Then we have Shia. She just provides Runda for the extra energy. I don't care if she dies. I mean, if she stays alive, better, but if she dies, it's okay for me. Then we have Kunagero. I didn't even give him anything, actually. You can give him Barry if you want him to survive, but it's not needed. We have Yura with Barry, and we have Revolution Bomb with Doris. So this is also a really good setup so that Urek can gain the extra swiftness, and also Shia, she's going to lose the barrier quite frequently, which is an energy decrease on the enemies. Overall, quite solid. And I gave this team the worst ship that they had access to, so the R ship. Then we have the team where Rashut is the carry. We have very low dupes units, except for Anniversary Revolution 5. This team is all kept alive by the fact that Robodon is going to protect the green allies at least once, but first they're going to go through the passive stacks from Iwa. They will have to survive just for the very initial part of the fight, and then Yura will protect them by singing. Their HP will never go below 30%. And in the very first few seconds, We have Barry on basically all of them. So we have Barry here. We have Barry on Robodon. We have Barry. No, we don't have Barry on Rashut. So Rashut is going to rely 100% on Iwa initially and Robodon. And then once Yura starts singing, Hiwa has enough time to build up the passive stacks to cover for the downtime from Yura and stuff like that. So overall, the team has a very good survivability. But Rashut is on Mago, and it's an invested Mago. The stats are nothing good, like 68% Magic Pierce. Could be higher. I don't want to spend any dice on it. And she obviously has no Revolution investment because she's 0 dupes. But her damage is way, way better. Here we have no like defense decrease or anything. If we wanted to remove Chomray to go for a defense shred unit, like potentially even Eden would be fine because he also has defense decrease in the kit. Then we might afford to go for something more defensive on Rashut. But for now, I like to run Mago. She won't stack it too frequently, and especially she will lose it when she faces units like Hiwa or Garam, so be mindful of that. But in all other scenarios, she's going to keep it up just fine. And wait, did I mention some other things about the sets? Yes, I arrived to Rashut, but I forgot to mention Yura. She has Bari, no upgrades. And then we have Hiwa with Runda, no upgrades. That's because she's already protected by Robodon at least one time, so I'm fine with it. It's not an issue. If we didn't have Robodon, I would probably assign Bari to her, because she does not protect herself. You want her to stay alive at least until Yura starts singing. So thanks to the fact that we have Robodon, I'm quite confident in leaving this type of setup. Then we have the Luzlek team. This one is also a bit strange. I went through a few variations, but the core of it is that you need pretty much an Albelda Revolution 5. So if you picked Albelda like I did as the second unit in the non-stop, you are very likely to be max or close to it, especially if you're gathering some PTs here and there. So that is a really good thing if you do have her. If you don't, using Luzlek could be quite difficult. So you might want to maybe run, I don't know, Sela could be an option, but already 300 deficit would be difficult for him. So it will depend on you. So I really hope you have Albelda. If you don't, it's tricky, I'm not gonna lie. But all he needs is durability. So you don't necessarily need Albelda if you can keep him alive in other ways. But if you invested in DPS units as the second non-stop SR plus pick, then you're kinda screwed. So in this case, we just have 3 frontline units that will buy some time, and we have Albelda to provide some extra protection to Luzlek, and Luzlek to kill everybody. That's the whole plan of this team. We have Doris on Datakun Machini, so that we get extra swiftness on Albelda and Luzlek, super important. We have Bari on Reflejo with a plus 20 effect resistance, also super important, because otherwise they are going to stun him too much and he won't cast the special move and he will die. So super, super important. Then for the last unit, I didn't give him anything. You can also, normally this guy runs Doris. I didn't bother to give it to him because Tata Machini already had it. So you can run Bari potentially on this guy. You can run nothing like I'm doing. It really doesn't matter. Then we have Bari on Albelda as well. As you can see, no upgrades. And for Luzlek, we have Bari, no upgrades as well. So no big deal. It doesn't care about any stats, so we're good to go. Last team. This one is the trickiest one. This one was the 5th team that I had to add with the leftovers. And here we have some interesting things to keep in mind, because this team is the one that will have the most issues. Is the one that you will have to be more mindful of which kind of matchups you are placing them against, because everything here is very precise. If something is out of place, the whole team will explode. So we have Irang that is crucial for grouping, and we want the grouping because there are a lot of annoying units, and we want Cha to reduce the energy of all of them at the same time. So we need the extra grouping. The grouping provided by Augustus is not enough, so we needed Irang. I had to remove her from Yugo team, which probably was also one of the causes why Yugo was performing a bit worse than usual, but that's fine. Then we have Evan. absolutely the key of this team. This guy is needed to keep everybody alive, obviously, as we all know from most of the previous videos. We have Mamanak that needs to link to that heaven, because otherwise he won't have enough energy to chain his special moves, so that's also super crucial. We have Augustus for some sort of bit of extra damage to boost the damage from Cha. And also, like, the grouping is nice, the CC that he provides are nice, so that's important. And he's also going to run a very important like ignition weapon piece, and that is the Runda ignition weapon. You might say, what the hell is Runda on Augustus? That's because he has built-in Barry in the passive, so he's not going to die, at least in the very first part of the fight, which is enough for Evan to start casting the special move. And then he will provide, every time he uses the special move, the barrier on the team. The enemies will be normally CC'd, grouped up, so your team might, like your, in this case, frontline units, might be able to keep the shield for longer, which is more energy for Evan, which is better uptime on the special moves. This was better for me than running BAM, because BAM gives 200 energy every 5 seconds. You cannot run Runda on BAM because it would just explode. So this was definitely crucial to make the whole team function. Without it, I was screwed. I tried with just L, as usual, as I do on Augustus or Sundance. No way, like, this team was not working. So I was like, okay, wait a second. Let me give Runda to Augustus, and that definitely carried. It was great. Also, I put both Evan and Augustus in the front lane all the time, because I like to give energy to more units. And in this case, I normally put also Anak in the front position, but in the previous team, I had to place her in the back to intercept an enemy Miseng. So I wanted her to be like in this position at the start of the fight so that she could get the hit from Miseng. That was my idea. That's why she's in this position. In this case, she would be fine like this. But we can get energy with Runda on Evan and on Mamanak. Also, Evan is running the Rafflesia set with slot 1 plus 20, so that he has a higher attack and it's easier to link him. And the Rafflesia is also super important to protect from those annoying status effects, and also to give him extra energy and the energy decrease on the enemies. So Rafflesia, really great to have. We don't need Barry because this guy is protected a little bit by Mamanak, and then he can protect himself. So that's how we are making this whole team function. We have Barry, obviously, on Anak. We have Sundance on Cha, so that he can deal some good damage. And we have a Barry on Hirang. Now, the key issue here is that if they hit your Cha in the very first couple of seconds before Evan can even cast the special move, then you're done. Like, the whole fight is over. All the damage is coming from Cha. So we need him alive. We don't have any initial protection. That's also what's making this team the weaker one of the 5, but it's still quite good. I'm still satisfied about this team's performance. So that's kind of the overview for all the teams, what I'm running, how they function, why they function. So now let's try some fights. Then we're also going to see maybe some previous ones, some previous clears. Actually, let me first show you the previous clears before we start doing some of our own. So we have, okay, the single stage team doesn't matter, it's just Urek, Luzdek, and Zorability, whatever. Just running whatever you want, it's fine. So for 1028, we see again we have in this team like the setup with Mamanak in the back. That was, as I said, to intercept Miseng. So let me just replay the fight so that we can see also how that worked out. I'm not too sure it actually worked, because probably Miseng still hit Augustus, but let's double check and see what happened. So yeah, Augustus was still hit, but his passive procced. Then we got the proc from the special move of Evan. Everyone is alive. The grouping is a bit bugged at times. As you can see, Irang is not really always grouping as she should. So I'm actually surprised this fight was a win, because they still remained grouped somehow. There was one unit left, and the grouping was really bugged. Everything was terrible. But as long as that enemy Hiwa, which is a super annoying enemy, you will realize that, uh, as long as she doesn't get energy, we are kind of good, because that just means that she's not going to gain stacks for her passive, she's not going to heal enemies as often, she's just going to rely on an active skill. So yeah, this whole fight was probably visual bugs and shit, just unit moving everywhere. It was quite terrible, so let's also see maybe another one, but it was already to show you that it is kind of working. At the very least, we're not dying. I don't know how Irang actually managed to die, but that's fine. Then we have maybe, let me see, these other team. Those are the ones that are normally, like, you wouldn't expect them to win. Here we have Chomray that did a lot of damage because of Oriang and also Garam that both have shields. And there are also some attack buffs here and there, so that's fine. Let's just double check this. The other fights, maybe we can check Luzlik, because he also kind of struggles. I mean, the front line always dies, and then they have to survive a little bit. So let's see also how that fight went. As you can see, Cobalt doing Cobalt stuff. We have Yura keeping Cobalt alive, so this team is really, really good. And we have Garam not doing anything, just dying. And that's it for this fight. Let me show you the fight with Luzlik. And this one wasn't too troublesome. When you see an enemy Blarode, always be mindful of who to place, like in this trajectory. In this case, Luzlik is always concealed. Basically the same for Abelda, so I didn't care if they were there, and he basically grabbed nobody, or maybe attempted to grab Data Machine, which we don't care about. We have Reflejo just standing there with no energy, so he's going to die very soon. Okay, he actually managed to cast again the special move. We would like to have somebody that can heal him, at least a bit, but it's fine even without it. It's okay. It's really no big of a deal. And yeah, I mean, for Yugo and also the the Urek teams, there isn't much to see, so we can skip them. Maybe we can try also 1024. They're pretty much the same. We can try this setup here. As you can see, we have the 3 units in the front that I mentioned. We have a Goose that is going to be hit by the enemy Michael, or Mikhail, however that guy is called. And yeah, let's see how this one actually goes. I see very little damage coming from a Goose, so probably he died at a certain point. We're not too worried about Mikhail Dash, because at the end of the day, he cannot kill our Goose immediately, so it's fine. Prox is passive. Then we just need to wait for Evan to use the special move, which he did. So now we have to rely on him to keep on casting it and just protect the whole team. We lost our Goose actually, so that was bad. I don't know how the hell he died actually, but it's okay. We still have the rest of the team. They're still providing value. The grouping from Irang at times is really bugged. I don't know if it's just the recording, because it makes no sense. They're just, like, I don't know, turning around on their own without being grouped. I don't know, very weird. But still, no issues. Just Mamanak linked to Evan was enough to keep the special move chained. And yeah, that's how those teams are functioning. Maybe very quickly for 101, because I think I did some changes there. Maybe a bit lower, maybe like, let me check, I don't know, 44, random number. So we have an Endorsee here with the work team. That was a minor variation that I tried out, and it worked a bit better in some scenarios. If I wanted some early grouping, maybe against the Kaiser that was bursting down my Urek. In this case, there is no Kaiser. And here I think I was... Okay, here I already switched to a Sela set. I need to find the first time I actually added Endorsey to the team. Because that's when I was facing a Kaiser and I was like, okay, no, I'm done. I cannot see Urek immediately exploding. So I added Endorsey. She would take the initial hits from Kaiser, and then Urek would follow up with the cleanup. Maybe it was like 101-24. Okay, then it's 28 probably. Yeah, I would say it's this one. So yeah, there was an enemy Kaiser. Urek was the only team that didn't win first try, so I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? I found the Kaiser, was like, okay, too many hits from her basic attacks. Let me just add somebody that will take the initial hits. As you can see, she took a lot of damage, and that's how I passed it, and then I just autoed the remaining ones for a bit. So that's why you always see Endorsey and I never change her back. So she's a valid alternative to either Kunagero, Yura, whatever you want. Like, she can work as an initial distraction, but also just running like Sela will work fine. Let me see if I already had Sela here. I already had. Okay, fine. But yeah, it was still probably taking too much damage. So that's it for the previous clears. Let's try to clear at least these 12 and 16. I will try not to make the video longer than like 45 minutes or maybe 50, we'll see. So for now, let's check the matchups. We have a lot of hits coming from Kaiser, so Yugo might suffer a bit, but we have Sharon, I will try it. Shouldn't be a big deal. Second team, annoying heals from regular Yuri, but we should have enough burst to take her down. We have the third team, not many problematic units. The fourth one, we have 10 cats, so we definitely want to use either Urek, potentially Yugo, because she still has enough damage to kill him, and Luzlek because of his HP percent damage, so we're going to go with Luzlek. And the last team is also fairly weak. Vicente will try to grab Evan, but this will just give Evan additional 200 energy, so I'm happy about that. And the remaining units shouldn't be too annoying. So we'll try this, and we'll see how it goes. I would expect potentially Yugo team to lose because of the multi-hits, but with a bit of RNG, we should be able to pull it off. Alright, this fight is starting. Let me remove the auto progress so we see a bit better. Okay, Kaiser might already be dead, I think so, yes. Okay, now the focus is Garam. Garam is also dead. If they try to CC her, as you can see, she gains a lot of energy. So we are kind of good. Okay, fine. Went better than I expected. Then let's see, the next fight is Urek. Also for Urek, I would expect no issues, especially because he's wearing like a Sela set with a lot of resistances. The only issue is when there is only one enemy left, but at that point he should still be able to pull it off. And that's it. Okay, good. So he also won, no big deal. Let's go to the next one. As you can see, Barry procced there in the front line on Rabadon. We need one additional special move for Yura to start singing. She is singing. Now we just need to wait a bit. There are not enough barriers or attack percent stuff in the enemy team, so Cobalt is not really dealing a ton of damage. This is mostly coming from Rashut. As you can see, the damage is enough, even at 300 deficit. So really good unit. Really good team, super solid. Nobody died. Then we have Luzlek team. This one you will see the frontline units will die eventually. Also, that Reflejo will definitely die at a certain point. He's not recovering HP in any sort of way. I might try to add a healer in the team, just instead of probably Beta. I think Beta, yeah. And that's it. Just a bit of time for Luzlek to clean up everybody. Also easy win. And now we have the weakest of the 5 teams. Let's see if the matchup was the right one, because otherwise I would have to like move stuff. I might have to rearrange the team because I forgot to put Mamanak in the front, but it's still okay, I would say. So we have Evan in the middle of the enemy team. Okay, interesting positioning, Evan. As long as you keep on using the special move, thanks to, again, Rafflesia providing this durability, we should be good. He also has the Rune barrier, as you can see, for quite a bit of time. So his energy is there already. The barrier again, lots of energy. The energy coming from Mamanak as well. So everybody is basically unkillable. As long as enemies don't have a lot of active skills that are annoying for you, this team will win. I will also say that doing auto progress from floor 101, unless you spend and you have very good units, is pretty difficult. So you will have to move units around every now and then. You might have to tweak the comps a little bit. That really will depend a lot on the matchup. So be mindful of the enemies, try to understand which of them are creating issues and how you can work around those. That's always going to be key. So let's try to get to 102.16, and then we're going to try that, like that other matchup. Yeah, for the single teams, there is really not much to say. You don't even need Anna. Actually, I should put Anna in the front so that also Rick gets the like extra swiftness. But it doesn't matter, like single stages are nothing. They might as well remove them and only let us face the multi-stages. But it is what it is. Okay, come on, quick guys. Actually, let me switch Anna and Ulrich. I mean, having Ulrich in the front is good for the Runda from Iwa. Probably would like to have him in the back a bit more so we can spam the energy decrease. Even though we're already spamming it, I don't know, doesn't change much at the end of the day, so doesn't matter. And we got the shield. In theory, Ulrich will lose the shield quite reliably. I hope. Doesn't seem so. Yeah, okay, he's losing it. So enemies are losing energy, which is great, and that's it. Okay, then we have the next multi-stage. I'm going to stop here. I mean, not the video, just the auto progress, because I want to check the matchups. So the first one, we have Kaiser, Garam, Blarode. Pretty much the same as the previous one, so Yugo should be able to win it. We also have a Kaiser here with a Garam. Not too afraid, because Garam should have a very little energy. We have 3 units, actually 4 units that can decrease energy, so we should be fine. Team 2, projectile block, we don't have really a lot of projectiles. We have the previous regular Yuri that was a bit annoying, but not too much. Number 4 is again the tank huts, so that's quite good. The last one, we have Kaiser and Blarode, but in general doesn't seem too difficult, so I would expect this to be fairly good, yeah. Because Cha team would have issues against regular Yuri, because she will still heal up because of her active skill, even if she doesn't use the special move. So, and we have that regular Aurora that is going to block projectile attacks, so could be tricky. I never want to use Cha against a tank hat. Even though he's running Sundance, is still mostly not enough. But the rest of the enemies are also quite weak, so we might attempt it. I don't particularly like it. So we're going to keep it like this, actually. I think it's fair. The others I'm a bit more scared for, because like Blanc, she has a lot of healing in the special move, which would be neutralized by Cha, but she also has active skills that are going to heal, so I don't want to face that. The first team could be reasonable. Could be. But I think the last one is probably the easiest, so I'm going to put my Cha against them. And I'm also going to put Irang there. I would like to put Evan in the back, because that way is going to get the initial energy thanks to Rafflesia. But then I would have to place this guy in the back. Mamanak wouldn't get energy. It is feasible, I just don't like it, because then this guy is in the front, and I'm sure of it, like Kaiser is going to troll and would attack my Cha, so I'd rather have these two in the front, risk my Irang not casting the special move, which shouldn't happen, but never know. So we'll try it like that. Then obviously, as you see that stuff is not going as it should, then you can make adjustments. That's always the case. Just try to understand why stuff is not working. Your first priority is survivability. Once the team survives, then you can ask yourself, okay, what is the minimum requirement for the team to survive? What I can then change to add more damage if needed, and then you do it. That's kind of it. So Kaiser already died, but now we are only down to Yugo, which is still okay, and no, it's not okay. Obviously, she died. She tends to do it every now and then, unfortunately. We cannot do much. Let's just retry. We might change matchup, why not? I mean, I think also the second team would be fine for her. Yeah, for now, let's leave it like that. Okay, Urek destroyed them. Then I lost the menu on the left. Yeah, I don't know. Fine. Doesn't matter too much. Energy decrease for Mago to proc. They have a buff removal, which I'm annoyed by. She lost a lot of buffs. Especially the Mago ones, and then more, okay. Now she's getting some more, but she's going to lose them again because of that stupid Garam. So Garam was not the best of matchups, but we should still be okay. She's healing too much, I guess. No, okay, she's still dead. Nice, nice. It was just a matter of time. Then we have team number 4. Also, theoretically, no issue, but, you know, anything could happen if my front line starts to troll. If they all die before lose the clean up a couple of them, then we are doomed. Yeah, we are doomed. There is nothing much. Unfortunately, that's the hard, had higher attack than the other units. But we still won, because now we have the 10 seconds, and 10 cats cannot really do anything. Okay, sounds good. Close to losing, because, like, lose deck actually died, but still pulled it off. The passive is decent at times, especially on newer accounts. We have Evan, already used the special move. Irang survived the pool from the enemy Blood, so that's good. And now they're all grouped up. Energy decrease. They should not be able to do anything, so they will slowly die. They cannot use special moves, they cannot do stuff because they're CC'd. So this is how the team is functioning. We just lost. Nice. Damn it, why I always have to talk? I should just shut up. Unless Runda is carrying us, but I doubt it. Yeah, we definitely lost. There is no damage coming out. Okay. We need them grouped, we need them... like, we need to prevent them from doing anything. So let's try again here. We could do the Sharon in the front, but still wouldn't change much. We lost Anna too frequently, like too soon, because of enemy Blood. We could even do this, to be honest, because this guy won't take damage from skills in the initial part of the fight. And these, I trust in them to win it. So you have to do retries. I mean, it's not like you can win first try all the time. It will take some practice, some luck, so just retry until you win, as long as you can see potential of winning. If in the previous fight I just saw all my units dying, everyone else in the enemy team alive, then I retry and that's the same thing, then I might start asking questions and be like, okay, then what do I need to change to improve it? I should check what the enemies are doing and how I can prevent my team from getting like destroyed. So in this one, as you can see, we got lucky because she was about to hit like 0 hit barrier and she would have died immediately. But she managed to get enough energy for the special move and we won that. So here we got the special move from Evan. We have a lot of energy, so Evan should be able to keep it up. We need E-Rank to group them. Hopefully they stay together. Okay, good. And Evan, please don't troll. He likes to troll every now and then. He will use like active skill, like in this case, when he has full energy. But we give so much energy that he shouldn't troll all the time, just every now and then. So this team definitely has the potential to win and is probably going to win because there are only 2 enemies left. We just need a little bit of time to actually beat them. Yeah, we have the super annoying protection from Mamanak, and Mamanak is like Mamanak passive is keeping Kaiser alive a bit too much, way more than I would like. And they probably survive, but we are close. We just need a little bit. Or is she the last one? Yeah, she was the last enemy, Kaiser. We managed to kill Anak. We are lacking a bit of damage. What can I do? Nothing in this case, unfortunately. There is really no way around it for me. We could start thinking of using a unit like Eden as a replacement, but green one, I don't really like to do it. I like the extra debuffs coming from Augustus. We could decide potentially to replace Augustus with like Spear Baranak, but the issue is that I would lose Runda, and Runda is crucial in my team. So I cannot run Runda Eden or Runda Spear Baranak. So Spear Baranak would be a nice addition in this team, but I have no slots for it. If we could group reliably with another unit, like if Augustus could group on his own and I didn't need Irang, then Spear Baranak would be there. Because they are not healing too much, but there is some healing. So it's still messing up my damage that is already low. I don't want enemies to heal up the low amount of damage that I'm dealing. So let's try again. Because this one definitely has a chance to succeed. We just need to be a bit more lucky and maybe proc, like kill Mamanak a bit earlier so that she wastes her passive and stuff. We'll see. We need again the special move from you, Evan. Don't troll. Okay. Yeah, he trolled. Obviously. He always has to do some dumb shit every now and then. As you can see, RNG is always king. It's already 52 minutes. Damn it. We're going to stay here until Cha wins, but then I cannot really do more. It would be too much, guys. Alright. Special move active. Come on. Special move again, please. Don't troll. He trolled. Irang used the special move before him, so he had to wait a bit, and we screwed up. Now we could even add Cha in the front line this time around, so that he uses the special move a bit more. Maybe that's extra damage. We lose out on the extra cast of the special move from Mamanak, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So we can attempt it. The front line of the enemy will at least get to my Evan, which is extra energy actually, because he cannot die thanks to Mamanak this early on. So that's just extra energy in theory. Okay, that was a bad idea to have Cha in the front line because he has no durability. Yeah, dumb idea from me, my bad. So we could do this, but the thing is that Evan is actually concealed because of his own passive. So this was the best setup. We just need a bit of better luck. The first 2 attempts, everybody survived. The last 2, everybody died. Well, not everybody, but as soon as Mamanak is dead, then the team is as good as dead. This time around, let's see how it goes. We have the special move here. Okay, we lost the rank. That's still acceptable if enemies don't move too much. Augustus will keep them grouped. So I'm not resetting now. That is acceptable. That is good. Actually, might be even better, to be honest, because they're not going to move around like crazy. So might actually be the good clear because of Iran death. So let's see how this one is going. I really don't understand shit. There is too much stuff here on screen. But we're very close to winning. Do I see Kaiser? I don't know. Oh yeah, I see Kaiser, damn it. Not close enough to winning, probably. Nope, there are still 3 enemies. This is doomed. Very close again. If we had like 5 additional seconds, it would have been a win, most likely. But we don't, so... Nice, like, next try. Nice try, but not good enough. We could really attempt, like, to add something else instead of grouping. Because Irang is likely the most replaceable unit that we have here. We need to keep in mind everyone I place will be subject to Blood Grab. We could decide to go for extra damage. I would expect him to die because he doesn't have, like, he doesn't have Barry, he has L. So unless he can get one attack in before the grab reaches him, also Adon is going to die. Okay, he actually managed to, yeah, but then he got hit. If he didn't get pulled, then maybe there was a chance. And I see them two spread around, so no thanks. Let's try with her. She has Barbie, so at the very least she won't die immediately. We also apply the HP recovery block, but I think we will have to go back to Irang setup. And just hope we can win. Okay, Barry procced, she was not grabbed, so that's already something. Let's see if Augustus will slowly group them up. We don't want the barrier from Romay from ever, like, protecting the enemies. She is not being grouped. She is not being reached by the attacks, so we are kind of screwed. We cannot do much about it. I mean, slowly Cha is pushing them, so Augustus is managing to, like, group them a bit. I doubt our damage will be high enough, though. Okay, the focus on Kaiser I like, but I don't like the fact that Romay can basically always shield her. So yeah, that was dumb focus. As you can see, we need reliable grouping. Augustus is too dumb to act as one. We could even consider... I don't want to say Alphine, because Alphine 0 dupes is a bit triggering to use, but it could be fine. We could actually use Alphine. I will try that. If also this one fails, which probably will, I will try Alphine to see what happens there. No, that's not a good idea, because Cha is going to die because of the grab. Because Alphine is going to kill herself, so there is nobody for Blood to grab. But let's still try it out. She has Barry, right? Yes, she has. But we can try. This is going to be really bad. You will see Cha will explode, like, right the first second. Yep, we lost him. Okay, makes sense. Unfortunately, so we cannot use Alphine. We need somebody that can take the hit. So someone that is targetable at the beginning. We can go back to Irang and just wait for her to win. That's the best setup, I'd say, at least also in this kind of scenario. They have too many barriers. I would like to go for something else. We could even attempt Zahard, to be honest. Feels a bit too troll, but we could attempt it. We definitely could. We lost Mamana, so there's nothing we can do. Let's attempt Zahard. He has nothing, but we don't care. I mean, he doesn't have the exclusive equipment leveled up. He does not have Barry or any ignition weapon at all. We don't care. He has this. He has his passive, and that's more than enough. They already procced the first tier of the passive. Now we have Evan, so he shouldn't die too soon. Might also draw some aggro for Mamanak. They are still grouped up a bit because we have double frontline unit. So he's actually working out even without Irang. This might be the right clear, actually. Now that I said it, someone will die, so look at Mamanak dying, or Cha dying, or somebody Okay, obviously Mamanak had to die. But it was still looking solid. I doubt just Runda will keep everybody alive. Maybe we are in a good state and... No, that's not happening, unfortunately. But it was close enough, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. We just need Mamanak not to troll. Well, to be honest, Evan not to troll, which is a bit harder. That guy always likes to mess up. We are 1 hour in, guys. I really wonder how many people will get to this point, since people ask for clears in Adventure. But I'm happy that you can at least see how messed up it is at times. So you shouldn't be, like, annoyed by it. It's just how it is. We are trying to push with accounts that don't have the tools to, and we can still clear, so that's a really good thing. Just keep in mind the things I shared with you in the initial part of the video, that I think it's more important than just seeing me clear. So yeah, keep those in mind and you will be fine. Now Evan, please use it, okay, because we were about to see another death from Mamanak. That's looking good. Unfortunately, still a lot of barriers. We have our Zahard, so they shouldn't be too annoying, even though we have no, like, accuracy on him. I would still say the Iran clears were a bit better, to be honest. If we had literally like 10-15 seconds more... No, okay, in this case no, because Amico Chart's still full life. But they are really annoying. I wonder if I want to first get rid, maybe... Because I could use like Yasracha as well, maybe place him... No. Let's go Iran. Let's give it 2 additional tries. If it doesn't work, I will try a different matchup. I will try to move units around, like teams around. And if it still doesn't, then that's it, guys. There is really... I don't want to make this video like 1 hour 15 or something like that. That would be crazy. So, let's see. Come on, Iran, we believe in you. She used the special move after Evan, which is the important part. Because in the previous attempts, she was a bit too slow. Okay, they're all grouped up. Everyone is losing energy, which is what we like to see. And we just need to hope for some extra damage. Unfortunately, 0 dupes. Cha is like that. If we had also higher dupes on a Goose, that would be fine too. But we don't, so nothing I can do. We also cannot use, for example, a Ju instead of Cha, because Cha has the super important feature of decreasing energy on the enemies. That's going to really be beneficial in a lot of matchups. And we lost not enough damage. Enemies still did whatever they wanted. That was super annoying to do. And right now I really don't have any better option. To be honest, Cherry Orange 4 would be capable of clearing it with this same setup, and at that point you can even afford to remove a Goose, even though you lose out on the energy, so probably you shouldn't anyway. But then you could add something else. You can even leave Cha potentially. But yeah, that's a bit bad. Let me try to rearrange, see if we can get a quick win against any of the other teams. And the remaining 4s we should be able to arrange in a way that they can win. So, first team, a bit less tanky than the last one, but we have the buff removal that keeps on coming from Garam. I don't like that. We can try team 2. Because I like that there is no Kaiser, there is no annoying shields, there is no Mamanak. This is just like regular Yuri being annoying and regular Dororo being annoying. The other... I mean, also Rachel could destroy us. But let me see. Yeah, because the other issue is that normally Evan would be targeted on paper. But considering he's going to conceal himself, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure this is going to go as planned. If she jumps on Augustus, we're good. If she jumps on Chow, we're fucked. This team might win, might lose, depending on how the fight goes, as we saw before. So no surprises even if she loses. We know she's at least capable of winning. Enemies not grouped is a bit annoying, but let's see. Yeah, she probably dead. She has nothing. Okay, fair enough. Next try, it will go better. Then we have this one. Come on, use your... okay. Use the special move. We are good. We need the grouping. We need to prevent everybody from using their special moves. Look at it, the regular level. Oh no, tell me he didn't use it. I don't see the bubble around the enemy, so we're lucky, but he almost used it. I think we interrupted him with some crowd control. So look at that annoying Yuri. She's gaining a lot of HP back because of her like active skill. So we need to wait a bit, we need to keep her CC'd so that we can kill her. But it's super tricky. She's the special move activated, she throw her punches, we messed up. We could still win when her active skill expires, I don't know. It's looking tricky without Mama Nak. We're CCing her, no energy for her. Maybe... if her active skill activates again, we're doomed. And there it is. Okay, timeout anyway. Always some tricky, annoying enemies. We would really need more dupes. Or we would need Hiwa instead of Evan, but that's also not really applicable. So yeah, the key to climbing is unfortunately to find the team that Cha can beat, and then that's it. Once you find that, you can move on to the next stage. There are quite a few teams that Cha can eventually beat, but there are also a lot that it cannot. So just a matter of practice and waiting, and that's it. We lost all our frontline units, so we are doomed to actually lose this fight with Luzlik as well. Unless he can kill also the other one, probably yes. Okay, then we're good. Almost lost. I don't know how he managed to not take any damage. Probably Albilda timed her skills the right way. That was good. Then we have Urek that will make quick work of the enemy team, in theory. Great CC, nobody's moving. Actually, they are moving more than they should. Only Kaiser left, and Kaiser is gone as well. So we only have the Yugo team left that lost but should win. Yeah, I don't think I even want to attempt that first team with Cha. This one will be fine as long as we can kill regular Yuri. Unfortunately, too much healing. We don't have anybody here that can block HP recovery. Really, we would need somebody with grouping and HP recovery block. Like a Chomrei. No, okay, Chomrei doesn't have HP recovery block, but he has silence and other things, so it would still be okay in this scenario. So please, Yugo, just win it. Okay, she killed everybody with that special move. So only Garam is not going to stop her. Nice. Yugo is inconsistent, I will say that. Inconsistent a bit, but she will win. Now, special move in. We have extra energy, some more special moves coming in. Please stop all the enemies from doing anything. Please. Evan, use the special move. You were a bit slow, but it's fine. Everybody's still alive now. Use again the special move. Okay, if you use an active skill now, I'm going to kill... and he's using the active skill. Please use the special. Ah, so close. Okay, nice. Nice, we actually won this. So, yeah guys, this is how pushing goes with 5 teams, especially when you have these few resources put into your teams and when your links are not too high. And yeah, this is like 310 deficit. not the worst, but for a new account, I would say it's respectable, if you ask me. So that's all. That's all for the video. It's already 1 hour and 10 minutes. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the free-to-play account, what your state is. If you need help with your own account, let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!